All right, so today we're diving deep into some music, huh? We've got this YouTube video someone sent over, Sevin, Liftoff.
Oh yeah, liftoff. This one's intense.
Yeah, and it's the lyrics that we're really focusing on here, right? Like trying to unpack what these words tell us about,
Yeah.
the struggles and hopes and all
It's
that.
a human condition. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
What hits me right away is just that opening countdown. Like it's not like this whoo,
Yeah.
blast off feeling. You know what I mean? There's this really heavy, almost desperate vibe to it.
Oh, for sure.
Especially with lines like I'm longing for heaven, I'm barely alive, and especially please set me free. It's like this trapped feeling that's so strong.
So intense, right? And then he goes into this whole thing with the rocket, like, Lord, you got a rocket, I can fly, and needing accelerants to get beyond the elements. What do you make of the rocket as like a symbol here?
Well, it's interesting, right? Because you have this super powerful machine made to escape, like that's what rockets do,
Mhm.
and it's being used to reach heaven, like engineering a way out of suffering. But at the same time, it's God who provides the rocket, so there's this dependence there.
That tension between needing help and taking action yourself, huh?
Exactly, like needing something more, something bigger than ourselves. Then we get this line, trying to escape this place, which really emphasizes that. I mean, what do you think this place represents? Beyond like an actual location, I mean.
Well, it could be so many things, right? Maybe it's a rough environment or like feeling stuck in a bad mindset or even just, I don't know, like being dissatisfied with life in general.
Totally. And then he drops these really personal lines about his depression, like, my depression started at the bottom.
Mm.
And then there's that line, love waxes cold if you don't use it a lot, which is almost
Like
like,
he's seen a lot, you know?
yeah, exactly, like this really deep vulnerability. But then he goes on about not being able to buy friend back in the day, but now everyone sees him as one of the best.
It makes you think about what success really means, right? Like,
Yeah.
does getting recognition actually fill those gaps he talked about earlier?
That's the big question, right? He even says, what's the value of a prize that you can never spend? Like maybe external achievements don't really matter if they don't fix your inner struggles.
Yeah. And then he even throws in a warning about pride. So clearly there's this inner battle going on.
Definitely. And then it gets really relatable, right, when he talks about his faith, feeling disconnected because I ain't plugged the router in, and prayer feeling awkward, like being overweight and trying to work out at a crowded gym.
It's so honest, you know? Like, faith isn't always easy, and he's not afraid to say that.
It makes it so human. And then suddenly, bam, we get these vivid images of his world, flipping bricks for the breadstick, and even violence, like with the 40 cal rocket. Do you think this really harsh environment feeds that need to escape, that yearning for something better?
Oh, absolutely. It adds this urgency, like he needs to break free from something very real and dangerous.
Makes sense. And then he pleads for guidance almost desperately. Like, lead me to the pathway of the prophets and I'll follow it. Teach me what is proper and I'll model it. I need it if it's authentic. Don't counter me with counterfeits.
It's like he's starving for something real, you know?
Totally. Rejecting anything fake or superficial.
Yeah.
And then there's this shift with the copper. At first, it seems like an enemy, but then he realizes that he's the opposite. What do you make of that?
Hmm. Maybe the real enemy isn't a person, but something else. Maybe it's within himself, or like, I don't know, focusing on the wrong things instead of his path to something bigger, right?
Could be. That's why he decides to hop up in this cockpit and full throttle it, right?
Oh.
To reach that ultimate goal.
Yeah, it's like this journey of self-discovery almost. So we see this longing for escape, right? We see these internal struggles, depression, pride, this complex relationship with faith, and finally this drive to find something real, something meaningful.
Yeah, you nailed it. It's a raw look at what it means to be human, told in such powerful language.
I think it's really something to think about, you know? We all have those struggles and those longings. Like, what's your rocket, you know? What helps you rise above the tough stuff and find peace or meaning or your own version of transcendence? That's something we can all reflect on for sure. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.